Ladies and gentlemen, it is a new year. It is 2024, and that means there are new movies, all types of movies coming out this year. So what is better than to look at some of the most hyped movies coming out? And not just any movies, may I say, horror movies. That's right, you heard that right, horror movies. So I think without further ado, we get straight into looking at some of the best 2024 horror movies coming out. Well, let's go. First, we have A Quiet Place Day 1. Pretty much A Quiet Place Part 3 coming out on 28th of June 2024. What's different about this movie is that it is now being directed by a totally different person, as John Krasinski is no longer part of the situation after he left. And now the films are in the hands of a director called Michael Sarnoski. Now, I don't know much about Michael Sarnoski. I don't think I've watched many of his films. I don't even think I've watched any of his films, but it's something I can definitely look into, and then in later videos I can update you guys. So the featuring cast in this film will be Djimon Hounsou, Alex Wolff, Joseph Quinn, Lupita Nyong, and Dennis O'Hare. Now that the aliens have sort of invaded the Earth, it will be interesting to see how each of the characters work together to sort of take them down, or work together to just mainly survive. As of now, I can't find any plot on the movie, which is still under wraps, but it's something that we can definitely make a video and keep ongoing in later videos. Alright, next up on our horror 2024 movie list, we have Imaginary, which is coming out on March 8th, being directed by Jeff Wadlow, featuring DeWanda Wise, Veronica Falcon, and Tom Payne, who you may know as Jesus from The Walking Dead. Big Walking Dead fan guy over here. The plot rules as a woman returns to her childhood home to discover that the imaginary friend she left behind is very real and unhappy that she abandoned him. And if you guys check out the trailer, you will see is a small teddy bear, which is not very happy at all that her childhood friend, her childhood bestie, has abandoned him. And this is a teddy bear horror movie, and I'm all for it. The trailer has me hooked. It looks scary, looks like it's full of jump scares, and it looks like there's a good storyline surrounding it. So, I have high hopes, I'm hyped, and let's get into the next one. Next up, we have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Now, I've already stated my worries and concerns with the film, as I didn't really enjoy the first one. I think majority of the audience can agree with me, but they have a much larger budget this time around, with a $1 million budget, as the first film only was around a 75 to 100k budget. So, I'm curious to see what they can do. I've already seen some photos. The prosthetics look a lot better. So, I'm wondering if we can build a stronger storyline. I'm assuming the characters already look much better. It is still being directed by Reese Frake Waterfield, and the stars of the movie include Scott Chambers and Ryan Oliver as Winnie the Pooh. And even though I wasn't a fan of the last one, I gotta say I am quite excited for this movie. It's one of the movies I'm more excited for this year, as since they've got a larger budget, I'm just really excited to see what they can do and how much they can improve, because I feel like from the last film, all they can do really is improve. So I'm excited to see what's different, what's the same, and you know, how much we can develop the film. Lisa Frankenstein, coming out March 22nd, a romance comedy horror movie. Can I be honest? I am not much of a comedy horror type of guy. I'll be honest, I haven't even watched all the scary movies, scary movie comedies. Yeah, I watch a few now and then. I really like the Babysitter movies, but other than that, I'm not too much on it. So I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm definitely willing to give it a chance, give it a watch. The movie will be directed by Zelda Williams, and the movie will feature Catherine Newton, Liza Soberano, and Jenna Davis. And the plot of the story goes, a coming-of-age love story, and a teenager and her crush, who happens to be a corpse, after a set of horrific circumstances bring him back to life. The two embark on a journey to find love, happiness, and a few missing body parts. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. It's a Frankenstein movie. I love Frankenstein, so I'm definitely willing to give this a watch. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm hoping it bangs, because you know, I do enjoy comedy movies, and I do enjoy horror movies. I just never have really been the biggest fan putting them together. So I guess we'll see if it gets the Jake Pass check. Then we have The First Omen, coming out on April 5th. Now, I'll be honest, I do not know too much about this film. I watched the trailer, and it looks decent, you know, it looks decent. Don't know too much about it. But what I know is it's going to be directed by Akasha Stevenson, and the actors are going to be Nell Tiger Free, Bill Nye, and Ralph Ineson. Now, I'll be honest, Bill Nye, I recognize that dude. Do you recognize that dude? I remember him from Shaun of the Dead, the stepfather. That dude was a G. But for all those of curious, the plot goes a young American woman is sent to Rome to begin a life of service to the church, but encounters a darkness that causes her to question her faith and uncovers a terrifying conspiracy that hopes to bring about the birth of evil incarnate. Ooh, sounds deep. You betcha it is. If you guys are interested in this one, drop down in the comment section. Drop down your favorite ones so far. Drop down which ones you are most looking forward to. Even drop some ones that I haven't even mentioned yet. Go for it. Tell me right down in the comment section. Next up on the list is one that I can say I'm very hyped and excited for. One that I'm probably looking forward to most this year. And that is an untitled project, but it is featuring Melissa Barrera and the directors of Scream 5 and 6 Radio Silence, Matt Olpin and Tyler Gillett. This is actually an untitled film, but it is meant to be a monster thriller. From what I've heard and seen, the title for the new project was at one point Dracula's Daughter, which centered on a group of kidnappers who adopt a group of young people. Among them was Dracula's daughter, which is all going to create all types of hell. But all I can say is I'm very excited for this movie because I am so and still upset with how Spyglass Entertainment did Melissa Barrera in the Scream, how they dropped her for the most ridiculous reasons. And I'm just so excited for her to get back in this movie and being reunited with Radio Silence, because I thought they used her very well in the Scream 5 and 6 movie. So keep an eye out for any videos I do on this film in the upcoming months as the information starts to roll out. Next up is Saw 11, the 11th installment of the Saw series. Now, I haven't even seen Saw X yet, but what I've heard, it is the best reviews of the entire Saw series. So I'm yet to see, and I'm very excited to watch. But from what I know, Saw 11 will be coming out on September 27th this year, which is a lot sooner than a lot of people thought. And there is a lot of speculation, and I'm pretty sure it's already been confirmed. I'm not sure if it's confirmed or it's just still being speculated around the media, that Saw 11 will be a continuation of Saw X. After on Instagram, the producers or the director posted the poster calling it The Game Continues. Which hasn't been done in the Saw series, I believe. I believe in most Saw movies, they all go off in different directions each movie. Whereas this one, there's a lot of speculation. This one will be a carry-off and it'll be a continuation of the last film. So that'll be interesting to see how they do that. And I guess I'll understand it a bit more once I watch Saw X. Next up, we have Smile 2 coming out on October 18th this year. Now, the original Smile came out about a year and a bit ago, and I gotta say I really did enjoy the film. I really enjoyed the characters overall, their stories. I enjoyed the whole movie storyline overall, and I enjoyed the creepy vibe and just the horror tactics throughout the movie. Now, it's unsure if Smile 2 will follow the original protagonist, follow the same storyline as the previous, or if this will lead off into a totally different perspective. But what we know is going to be directed by Parker Finn, and we are going to be seeing a new star in the film, Aladdin star Naomi Scott, also from the Power Rangers. There is no storyline at this point in time, as the plot is still under wraps, it says on IMDb. But I am sure whatever they bring is going to be great, and I'm extremely hyped for it, as I did really enjoy the last film, and I can't wait to see what they're able to bring us in the following October. Now, my personal favorite, coming October 25th, brought to you by Damon Leone, we have Terrifier 3. Terrifier 3, the Christmas movie, which I'm very excited and very intrigued to see what that's going to be about and how that works in comparison to the other films. Now, returning to Terrifier 3, we have Lauren Lavera and Elliot Fulham, who are in Terrifier 2, the main victims. Well, not victims, they were the main characters who were targeted by Art the Clown and did manage to get away. And then, of course, we have David Howard Thornton coming back as Art the Clown. As I mentioned in my past video, if you'd like to go check that out, where I did give you Terrifier 3 updates as well as Mickey Mouse and more, we have discussed that Terrifier 3 has a much larger budget in comparison to the first two, as the very first movie only had a budget of $35,000, which is even lower than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 1. $35,000 is extremely low. In comparison to what they have now, they're up in the high 6, low 7 figures. If you're interested and want to know the plot of the film, besides the fact that it's a Christmas movie, it is the Art the Clown is set to unleash chaos on the unsuspecting residents of Miles County as they peacefully drift off to sleep on Christmas Eve. Oh man, imagine that. A serial killer, a demonic serial killer on Christmas Eve coming around your neighborhood, just slashing necks, slashing bodies, taking bodies. with a massive smile on his face. And if you didn't know, Damon Leone actually turned away from Hollywood as they were trying to bulk his film and make it more family friendly. That he actually turned them away. It was amazing that they actually were interested in the film. They wanted to buy it from them, considering the massive success they got in the first two. But none of them really liked the extreme gore and extreme violence that is included in the films. But that's something what Damon Leone loves, and I like that he sticks to his heart, sticks to his passion of this horror slasher style that he has. Despite all the extra success he could make off Hollywood, he still likes to keep to his own ways, and I really respect that. Now next is one I actually have zero information on besides the fact that it is a Jordan Peele directed film. But what I can tell you is I really enjoyed Jordan Peele's movies such as Get Out and Nope. I really enjoyed those. I really enjoyed the cinematic shots that were included, and I really enjoyed the storylines, and the acting in the film is really high skilled. From what I could find out, it is meant to be a horror mystery thriller. So that is all I really could find out. That's really all I can give you guys, but it's something that I can definitely keep you updated on as time goes by and more information starts rolling out. Next up, we have Maxxxine, one I'm actually quite excited about. This is the following of the movie X, featuring Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, and Kid Cudi. This is where they're pretty much in the corn industry trying to find fame, and Mia Goth is pretty much the only survivor of the really, really bloody incident of the absolute two psychopath old fucks in the movie. Pretty much the story for this one follows Maxxxine, who was only survivor of the bloody incidents of X, as she continues her journey towards fame to be an actress in the 1980s Los Angeles. Other casts included will be Michelle Monaghan and Elizabeth Debicki, and of course the production companies are going to be A24, which is a really highly rated film production company. You can expect good things from this, I hope. So this is one I'm actually really excited for. I'm looking forward to. I really enjoyed the first one. And yeah, so drop down your favorite ones as well. Drop down your top 5 favorite ones you're looking forward to this year, or your top 3, or you're just your number 1. You know what? You decide. Tell me ones I've missed as well, so I can also look forward and look into them in future videos. Now this one I can say I am very interested in, as I'm not sure around the story around it. It's something new, and it's something I'm quite certain is part of the Conjuring verse, and this movie is called The Monkey. Now, The Monkey is based on when twin brothers Bill and Hal find their father's old monkey toy in the attic. A series of gruesome deaths start. The siblings decide to throw the toy away and move on with their lives growing apart over the years. Now it's being directed by Oz Perkins, and it was written by Stephen King, so I'm expecting pretty big things from this movie. But if you guys look at the picture, it looks like something similar I've seen in The Conjuring while it was sitting in the Warrens Museum. I don't know if this is maybe something different, but it looks extremely familiar, and that's why I'm a little bit more excited about it. It's just jolted me, giving me a bit more hype, and I'm excited to see the story around it, because it's something that I've actually always been quite curious about. And of course, I forgot to mention the leading castmate of this movie will be Theo James. Now this one, Night Swim, is already out in theaters, and I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to watching it, but from what I've heard, it's okay. It's not that great, but it's still something I'm quite interested in seeing. Directed by Bryce McGuire and written by Bryce McGuire and Rod Blackhurst, featuring the stars Wyatt Russell, Kerry Condon, and Amelie Hoffero. Pretty much a woman swimming in a pool at night is terrorized by an evil spirit. So from what I'm aware of, and from what I think is, a family moves in and not realizing that their pool is haunted. But I'm kind of excited. I haven't seen this type of story before. Usually it's the house is haunted. Usually it's the barn is haunted. Usually this room is haunted. But I've never seen the swimming pool is haunted. So I'm kind of excited to see what sort of storyline, what sort of scare tactics this brings to my eyes and to this audience. And for one of the last, we have Return to Silent Hill. Now this is the 3rd installment of the Silent Hill series, but the 3rd installment, this one is also a reboot. When a mysterious letter calls him back to Silent Hill in search of his lost love, James finds a once recognizable town and encounters terrifying figures, both familiar and new, and begins to question his own sanity. Director is Christopher Gans, and written by Christopher Gans, William Joseph Snyder, and featuring the stars Jeremy Irvin, Hannah Emily Anderson, and Evie Templeton. Now, there is no initial release date just yet, but it is speculated to be coming out in early 2024, so early this year. So something that I could be looking forward to. I got to see the trailer first, but from the photos I've seen, it looks like it's going to be quite a dark film, quite a dark setting. So, and I do quite like those type of films. I like it when it's dark, especially in horror. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. And let's go into the last one. And lastly, expected to be released August 9th of 2024, we have Speak No Evil, which may sound familiar as this is a remake of the one made in 2022, featuring James McAvoy and Mackenzie Davis, and this is directed by James Watkins. The movie goes as a remake of Speak No Evil in 2022. A family invited to spend a weekend in an idyllic country house go from a dream vacation to a psychological nightmare. Oish. Sounds scary. Now guys, if you've stuck with me throughout this entire video, I want you guys to smash that like button. I want you to comment down what movie you want to see and which movie looks the most appealing to you so far. And if while you're down there, if you want, feel free to smash the subscribe button, and I'll do more videos like this in the future. Now there are no videos or trailers out yet for this movie, but I can say I really do enjoy James McAvoy acting. I really enjoyed his roles in Split, especially. I really enjoyed that he was able to play that sort of crazy-minded character, you know, being able to portray all these different personality perspectives, and I thought that was really skillful the way he was able to portray it. And that, guys, is my most favorite in the movies that I'm looking forward to of 2024. Horror movies, that is. If you guys want to see more videos like this, feel free to hit the like button, feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification button if you want to see more videos like this, and if you do, I'll see you in the next one. This was JC Flicks, you're in the mix. I really hope you guys enjoy. Take care, stay blessed, bye.